What's up? What's up? Good evening. I guess good night. It's quite late where I am today, but that's okay. I love being up late. Yeah, welcome back to some more Morrowind as we continue our adventures in Mournhold. See the developments of the tense political situation going on here. And hope that Almalexia doesn't use the Barzamol ring, whatever, that ring of power to destroy everything. Though I'm still pissed at King Helseth, the Hlalu Duke. Is he King Helseth or Duke Helseth? I feel like he's king, maybe. I'm pissed that he recruited the Dark Brotherhood. I don't even mind that he sent assassins after me. I mind that those assassins attacked my character in his sanctuary. Like his sanctuary near Balmora on the mountain. That's like my place of peace. The Frasers don't even really go there. So I was a bit miffed at that. So I'm coming here to fuck him up. I don't really care about, I don't know, Almalexia maybe up to no good, but I'd much rather side with her than Helseth. Now with that in mind, unfortunately, I think the quest I have for the main quest is to ask around and learn more about
in pleasant company.
King
Please,
Lethan's death
share your thoughts.
and the plot, and Helseth's plot to kill him. Or not, or King Lethan, yeah, because the old king died suddenly when Helseth came back, and the old king's heir also died. And Helseth seems to have the Dark Brotherhood working for him. It's a little bit suspicious. Oh, you're right. He was looking for the bolts of fabric and pitcher. I don't have them. Yeah. The clutter collector.
I must say,
right.
I find you most interesting right now. Please, go ahead.
Voices are kind of loud. This looks like a bug's wing or something. So yeah, the secret office, because I think my goal right now is not to, yeah, source of rumors about King Lethan's death. Earn their trust. Speak of his death. I feel like this is the source, though, no?
We just work here.
These folks, they're printing these ads pointing out how suspicious the the deaths are. But maybe I have to ask around first before I get sent down there. Like I wasn't supposed to find it that early. Which maybe don't label the door keep out if you want me to keep out.
I do not want company. Go away.
He was old, but not that old. Maybe he just died, like they said, but maybe someone helped him along. There's a broadside sheet called the Common Tongue. It says in there Helseth poisoned hundreds of people in the West. So why not here? Yep, I know. So I can report that to Tenius Deletium or whatever his frickin' name is. Or I could go assassinate. The other quest I have to do here is to assassinate this dude in the bar. Get his sword for Dover Orin. I don't trust at all. Like, I don't know. I also don't really want to work for Tedious? Well, I can make a save, and I can always reload it if it feels like this isn't something I want to do.
An honor.
Because he wants me to kill this guy.
Well, I find myself
Greetings.
in pleasant company.
It's not often I find such good company. Please speak.
He's very busy, apparently, but...
Hold still.
Oh, he's dead. I didn't get arrested for it either. Wow, that's heavy. It's pretty good. Constant effect, fortify
Where's the money in that?
armor. Yeah, no one saw that. Or fortify armor, fortify health. Oh yeah, I had thrown some folks out of her bar for her. That was really fun. Because everyone in here is fucking hammered. That was fun. Oh, well, okay. So, the vacant manor. Guess I'll see what he says. Learn a little more about the situation. Then I may reload this one, though, honestly. We'll see. So Cian wouldn't go quietly, eh? As I've said, he won't be missed. Now where are those items? Ah, wonderful. Now these tools can be put to freeing Mournhold from the yoke of the oppressor. That has a nice ring to it, wouldn't you say? Yeah, he's like, he's trying to pretend to be for the people, but he's just for himself. Here's your payment, Lucian. Know that you have my gratitude. If you still wish to assist us, of course, there's more that can be done. Felvin here is also desperately in need of new equipment. He knows just the place to get it from. Why don't you have a chat with him? Dovar said, talk to me. Oh, well, if he thinks I should get some new stuff, then maybe I should. I know that Ilindi has some real nice equipment. I like that robe of hers. One time I saw the axe she has. It looks really pretty. Dovar said she doesn't deserve them, not to be better for me than her. He's always right, you know. But I'm not. I don't want to kill these people. I might do this. Like, I don't think I want to do this at all. Like, this seems like a terrible idea, but. Out of curiosity, I just want to see what happens if I.
To what do I owe the pleasure, Breton?
Justice never
I think is Eliandi the woman out here? Yeah, she's
An
got the
honor, to
shiny
be
robe.
sure.
Yeah, I'll just go through this for now.
I should enjoy watching you take your last breath.
And her axe, I suppose, her axe too. I was caught that time. I will most likely reload this, I guess. I don't know. This doesn't really feel at all good. This thing I was probably just like, oh, she has a nice robe, let's kill her. You know. These folks are scum. Really? She was going to give them to you. Oh, I see. I see. Willing to give them to me, right? Well, Dovar says most of the people here are bad and that we're going to do good things, so I guess it's okay, right? Anyway, thank you for the nice things. Here's your money Dovar said you should have. Ah, now we come to the matter of our dear friend, Elvin Dobar. She is, well, somewhat lacking the social graces. Very blunt, if you understand me. However, I've talked a language with her, and her heart's in the right place. I believe it's something she needs done. Why don't you speak with her? Dovar said to see me? Well, I mean, there's this guy, and I'm supposed to ask for, I want his stuff, right? Dovar says you can go get it. I don't want to know anything more than that. Go find Bel's Uvenum and get his spear and his helmet. He's probably hanging around the temple. That's it. Temple this way. He sounds familiar. I think he's hanging over this way. That guy, maybe? No, he looks fancy. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, not interested.
No time to tie you. You have to kill them. There's no... What's he up to? He's running around at me.
Your wounds are great.
You see nothing? Sorry, you'd be a little silly doing a whole quest that I'm just gonna reload back, but I'm just kind of curious where this is going. Like, who is this person? Ugh, couldn't you at least wipe the blood off? It's disgusting. Fine, we're done here. You've done us an incredible service thus far, Lucian. With one minor task left, you can put us in a position to start work on my greater purpose. Our greater purpose, I mean, yes. Well, let's talk of Suljeni Salandas. Yes, indeed. It's difficult to comprehend that so many psych events can be concentrated in such a small area. She's another of them, of course, loyal to whomever happens to be in power at the time, and then only if it serves her purpose. She has a mace and an amulet I find intriguing. Somewhere in the bazaar. Okay. There's definitely murder everyone. Oh, God. What's that? It's the sewers, yeah. Ooh, we get to listen to the throat singing. That's good, at least. Wait. Down here? What was the name? Suljeni Salandas.
Swift hunting.
Oh, that was really fun. We got to do this play. I couldn't believe I got all those questions right. Just from the one memory I had of reading the book. I definitely got lucky. I don't think maybe there's just like a part of my brain that knew it, but it didn't feel very conscious necessarily. Some of them did, but
Excuse
oh yeah,
me,
you look fancy.
please.
You have quite a nice mace.
You will die!
What kind of mace is that even? Is it dwarven mace? Bye. I'm dipping. Yes, the fight for freedom. That's exactly what's happening here. Ah, you are a wonder, Lucian. Will be an immense help to us. Us. I'm more than happy to offer you this compensation. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a great deal of planning to attend to. Hope that sometime Morrowind will know of your greatness. I wonder after me doing that, like, this guy will be a player in the upcoming politics. I don't want to do it, though. I wish you learned what he was all about. Like, what is his plan? I don't know. And you'd think if the politics in town come to a head, you'd think, like, giving all those powerful equipment to that that guy's henchmen may turn him into like a crime lord or something. That's what I'll imagine, but I don't want to do that because he's a bit of a dick.
Who does he think he is, anyway?
So I guess I'll just go back to the castle and talk to Tenius Delicious again. Even though I don't want to work for him at all. Like, I wish I could keep doing stuff for Almalexia.
Well, it's the Nerevarine. I'm honored.
Yeah, the horror at Castle Zir, it was pretty good.
From what I hear, there's trouble at the palace.
Who can doubt that Helseth is responsible for Aethan Lethan's death? Though out of fear, few will speak openly. I think you'll find most Dunmer and Morrowind are convinced that Lethan was killed to make way for Helseth. Of course, I doubt that it could be proven. He's too clever for that. But no one can doubt the truth of the matter. Yeah, like, I don't really know. But is reporting this gonna get those printers exposed who are printing the Commenton? Like, I don't want to do that either. Was there anyone I could have talked to in here? The Imperial Cult.
Excuse me. Did you say something?
You look important. Dilborn and Thrud. Yeah, so I did save him. He was a good fellow.
Justice, I'm listening.
Here we go. If I persuade you. So, according to a broadsheet called the Commenton, King Helseth poisoned many people in the West, so maybe he's poisoned Aethan Lethan. Very interesting. I'd like to see a copy of the Commenton if you can bring me one. Thank you, you've done well, but now we lack sources of information in Almalexi's temple. Could you help me find a temple informant? I don't want to work for you. We need a source of information inside Almalexi's temple. There are rumors of discontent at the temple. Go to Almalexi's temple, look for someone discontented, listen sympathetically, and find out whether the temple is willing to accept King Helseth, or whether the temple plans to act against him. King Helseth joined the temple when he arrived in Morrowind years ago, but the temple is the enemy of the Empire. King Helseth is imperial in every sense of the word. Now, will you help us find the temple informant who can tell us whether the temple is willing to accept King Helseth, or whether the temple plans to act against him?
The Nine and the Empire, citizen.
I don't know much about it. I know there's a rebellious group called the Distant Priests the temple have cast out and persecuted as heretics. Not anymore. I also know that there are temple members who disagree with some of the actions and policies of the temple, but who keep silent and work for change from within. If handled skillfully, a discontented member could be useful informant. Yeah. Well, I'll do this for now, because I so far I feel like I haven't really given him any, like, essential information. Yeah, Lord Vivek has forgiven the Distant Priests. Still disagreements. Huh. Did I fully explore this place? I feel like I've explored, like, all of Morrowind, basically. But the Dunmer, Almalexia, or how do I do old voice? Like, or the Dunmer, Almalexia has always represented the motherly virtues of compassion and forgiveness, healing and protection. But in recent years, since the war with Dagoth, she's become a harsher, more unsympathetic patron. She has changed, and many people feel not for the better. Yeah, right. Mournhold is a town of two minds. On the one hand, there's the monarchy, led by Helseth. On the other, there's the temple and the goddess Amalexia. It is hard to know whom you mistrust. While there has been no open hostility between the two, there are always undercurrents that bear watching. I would like you to make yourself known to the temple. See what you can learn. Speak to Fedra Slur. He's a powerful man in the temple and confident of Amalexia. A difficult question, especially in the company of gods and kings. I am always here to answer your questions. My time in the political arena is done, and I will not miss it. I do, however, like to know what is happening to my son and to his monarchy. I stay interested. You should also take the time to speak with Platinius Mero, a deep friend of mine. He's knowledgeable on a great many subjects. It's always interesting to speak with. Apart we two, it's up to you to decide who your friends are. Wouldn't you be siding with your son? Ah, Platinius. He's a dear friend of mine, an author, a man of the people. He's a good source of information. Those royal trappings don't allow me to get out as much as I'd like, but I can always count on Platinius to know how the wind will change. Find him in the courtyard. Have I read his books? He's an author.
Approach and be
Okay,
recognized,
I'm listening.
man.
I would think I would have. I don't specifically remember the name Platinius in any of the books. Helseth's Chambers, yeah, you can't get in there.
How are you today? Yes?
That guy, you can hire him. Here
Good
he
to see
is.
you again, friend. I was just doing a little
Mm,
writing.
yes, well, I suppose I have written one thing you might have read. You see, there was a time I worked as a scribe for a beautiful young queen. I was young and ambitious. Oh, he wrote Berenzia, maybe. Perhaps a bit too much of either for my own good. After a great deal of research, I was able to publish a biography. Oh, he published the real Berenzia. Wow, that's cool. Why, the real Berenzia, of course. I felt it my duty to give to history a true and honest account of this remarkable woman. The story I presented, while true, was perceived as scandalous. My exuberance for the tale was left unchecked by wisdom, and I fear I caused some damage to the woman, not to mention the imperial family. Oh, that's really cool. That was a very good book series. As I've said, the tale was a true one. However, the details within should probably not have been divulged as they were. They were details that were felt to be embarrassing to the Septim line, though it was not my intent for them to be so. The work was ordered banned, and I was to be executed. Were it not for the grace of the lady herself, I would long to be in my grave. If you read the work, you know that Queen Berenzia is many things, but she is not shy and is not shamed of how her life was led. She knew my work to be true, and I believe she felt a sense of amusement, if not satisfaction, at the tale's telling. She protected me from the imperial family and spread the word of my demise. At her God's honor. Since then, I have traveled with her under this name, acting as her scribe, advisor, and, dare I say, friend. I could ask for no greater honor. The only thing I hope is for one day to publish further volumes of the works, to chronicle the lady's life after her marriage to the King Edward. Perhaps one day I will be able to, but I am old, and my time grows short. Oh, that I could write a fiction as great as the plot that Lady Berenzia has lived. If the Queen Mother considers you a friend, so do I. Her wisdom is vast, and I am eager to help her in any way I can. If you are in need of information on any topics, feel free to ask. I'll provide you with the limited knowledge I possess. Oh, the Lady Berenzia, a wonderful person. Such an interesting story. Yes. Yeah, I do like you. I remember I was talking to you about some interesting things before. Yeah. What do you put the ring? Foolish, foolish. Yeah. That could be bad. Sothasel. Living in the Clockwork City.
From what I
I've seen
hear,
this temple,
there's
sir.
trouble at the palace.
Mind you keep it that way. What may I
Alexia.
do for you, my child?
Huh. I'm just trying to see if I can, like, do any more work for these guys. I know they may be kind of crazy, but I like them a lot better than the Empire. So maybe I'll talk to Fedra Slur again.
There's
trouble at the palace.
What did you say about the Dark Brotherhood? Okay. So I could stir discontent in the temple. You don't seem very discontented.
That rat's in the bag. Justice never sleeps.
What about the lady in the infirmary? I don't remember her name, but
Alexia knows and sees.
I am a faithful believer, but Lexi makes me uneasy. For the last 50 years, the tribunal stopped walking among us, stopped listening and speaking with us. This worried me and made me sad. Were our gods abandoning us? Were they growing weak? But since Alexi has lately come against us again, I feel more worry, not less. Her face glows brightly with hope and power, but her words seem dark and bitter. Which do I pick here? Kind of want to keep listening, but I also want to mention the distant priests. Amalexia's homilies are full of compassion, understanding, wisdom, and acceptance, but now her sermons seem more intent on destroying the wicked, punishing the foolish, and rewarding the faithful, than questioning obedient faithful. Yes, these are difficult times, and the difficult times to survive must be hard. I tremble for the failing of the faith, but the gods I once loved now frightens me. You are a friend of Marimilo? Then I can speak freely. Helseth has murdered King Lethan and stolen his crown. Oh, okay, cool. This is what I want to know. Yeah. It does not matter that King Lethan was a fool. He was our fool. As long as the Puppet King was a joke, we could all laugh and ignore him. Helseth is not a fool, and no one is laughing. If Helseth seeks in earnest to be king, then Amalek and the Temple are sworn in earnest to destroy them.
It's another perfect day in Mournhold.
I heard some of the high priests of the temple are going to be relocated. I haven't heard who or where, but why, but it seems a result of some serious disagreement about temple doctrine between the Alma Rula and some outspoken critics. The Alma Rula. Not really sure what that entails.
It's another perfect day in Mournhold.
Is this so the reception area? Where's the basement? Hall of Ministry. This is the infirmary, right? Hall of Ministry is the
Lord's will be done.
yeah.
Health
This place with
and
the altars,
healing
right?
are my specialties.
I was confused because the healer is in the Hall of Ministry, not the infirmary. I would have thought they would have been in the same location.
Justice never sleeps. Our Lady's blessings upon you, faithful servant.
It seems like these are the only quests I can do in this so far for King Helseth, so I guess I'll keep going? I don't know.
Come, bathe in the light.
Maybe Amalexia is just the villain? Always? I feel like it's kinda would be lame if you had to side against her. Let's go to God's Reach. So I'm gonna grab one of those common tongue. I think the residential sewers has one. Yes, back here, right? Yep. Then we want to go to the palace. Not that way.
Justice never. I'm listening.
Huh, okay. Thank you for bringing me this copy of the Common Tongue. I believe this is indeed the source of the rumors, and I see no source or evidence for its speculation, just vague falsehoods. Thank you, well done. I'll mention your loyal services and exceptional qualities to King Helseth. Well, sure, I guess I'll inform you, because I just don't know anything else to do. Galsa Andrano speaks her mind, and for what you say sounds sincere. You handled her well. The temple seems to recognize that King Helseth will not be content to be a puppet to King Lethan and plans to act against us. Very good work, Lucian. The king will hear of your loyal service. He's concerned about disloyalty among the guards. I replaced many of the former king's guards with more reliable men, but I had to keep some experienced guards, and I can't be certain of their loyalties. I'll pretend you wish to join the royal guards. That's your excuse for talking to the guards, sounding them out, and looking for evidence of disloyalty. If you find any hint of treason or evidence of disloyalty, report it to me. Take no action. I'm not certain about any of the former king's guards. Evo, Othreleth, Evelyn, Irano, and Illyri Aaron. None of them are particularly clever, but not stupid enough to admit treason. Sure, I suppose. If people ask you questions about your backgrounds and qualifications, pay the closed-mouthed professional. Tell them to mind their own business, but I'll let slip my concerns about you hiding close dealings with House Lalo in the past. Only a fool would share confidences with a stranger, but perhaps we were dealing with a fool.
The king's health to you, Sarah.
My father had the honor to serve King Helseth and Queen Baronzaya in Rayrest. My family has served the Queen for 3 generations. I don't know about your qualifications, but I presume you've satisfied Tina Stelician, or you wouldn't be talking. Suppose I shouldn't mention my Lalo connections. It is improper to speak about the dead, eh? Wow, I'm just lucky to have him. I've had worse jobs. Genius Deletion know what he's doing. He offered me a position, and I took it. Deletion's a hard ass, but he's fair. I got no complaints. He's dead, doesn't matter. King Lethan was a joke king. King Helseth was a real king. I like to be on the winning side. King Helseth looks like winning to me. Okay. Karad still doesn't want to talk. I don't care. If Tinius Deletian thinks you're qualified, that's fine with me. How do I like being in the guard? I'm new here and I haven't formed an opinion, but I know and trust him, so I expect him to do me right. He's new. I bet he makes a bad enemy. Hard to tell what he's thinking, but I do my job right. I know Deletian will take care of me. Nothing wrong with House Lalu. Not sure they're happy about King Helseth succeeding their Lethan, but no point in hiding it from Tinius Deletian. He's bound to find out sooner or later, so might as well tell him straight off. What did Tinius Deletian send you to me for? If he wants you to be a royal guard, then you'll be a royal guard. Nothing to do with me. How do I like it? You think I was born yesterday? My mom didn't teach me to blabber to strangers. So old King Lethan was a bit of a fool, but he was good to me. And King Helseth is no fool. He's got to keep some experienced men like me around. All these new fellows like you. Someone's got to teach them about their business because they don't know it. You hear folks saying old King Lethan was a fool? Well, folks should keep their mouths shut. Maybe he was a fool, but lots of folks are fools. Maybe he had no business being a king, but that's what he was, so folks should show respect to the old fellow. It's an honor to serve. It is my honor to serve King Helseth and the Queen Grandsire. That's right, just what I said, an honor. Hmm. Follow up on it, there may be more.
The Nine and the Empire, citizen.
Oh, really? Does Deletian know this? You talked to Ellery Aaron. You should tell her your house loudly, really, but tell Teeny's Deletian. Just tell Ellery Aaron. Let me talk to Aaron then about that before I want to side against you. I want to work with the informants.
I'm a busy gal, so if you could hurry this up.
I was with Prince Helseth back west. King Helseth, I mean. It's an honor to serve His Majesty and Her Majesty. I didn't know he had new guards. 9 blessings for the old man. Pity, but it'll all come to an end. Great man, his mother is a great woman. They've had enough tough luck back in the west. Hmm.
I'm listening. Justice never.
Okay, looking for named
Good luck.
named royal guardsmen. The guards' quarters might have some. Ah, yes, I'm a guard.
What do you want with
Oh,
me?
there she is. I've been a royal guard all my life, and so has my mother and her mother. I served King Lethan for many years, and now I'll serve King Helseth. Long live the king, and long live the emperor. It's none of my business, of course. Why do you want to be a guard? Looks like you've done well for yourself as an adventurer. He what? Evelyn Arano told you to tell me about your Halalu connections, and told you not to tell Teeny's Deletian? I have no idea what that's all about. Are you sure you heard him right? He's not the brightest star in the sky. He gets confused sometimes. I wouldn't worry about it. I'll talk to Ilvana Irano later when I get the chance. I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding. Yeah, that sounds like it he was covering. I wish I could help them, though. I hope I'm not missing, like, some way to fight against these guys. But it feels like this is kind of what you're supposed to do.
Emperor, king, and
Guard captain. Damn. Not a fan of the beggars. Yeah, let's just go up.
glory and honor, emperor and empire.
Come on.
Justice.
So, you spoke to Ellery Aaron about your Halalu connections, and Evelyn Arano suggested, and Ellery acted like she didn't know what he was talking about. Perhaps you were right. Perhaps Ellery Aaron was covering up for Evelyn Arano. See if you can find some more tangible evidence of disloyalty, something in writing, perhaps. Evelyn Arano seems to be the weak link. Take a careful look at his possessions in the guard quarters, but be careful. Don't get caught, or you'll be acting like a common thief. Okay.
Justice never sleeps.
This is even if I'm like a little annoyed that I'm doing this, it is interesting. It's kind of a fun quest, sleuthing around and
Emperor, king, and
looking for evidence of disloyalty. A curious copy of guard duty rosters Fast of Reeks. The handwriting is tiny and almost illegible, with frequent misspellings, but 3 names are always correctly spelled: Milvella, Draylen, Vulin, Arano, and Aleri Aaron. Those watches and all 3 are the only guards of the throne have been underlined twice. So let's see if he's keeping anything else in his... Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Whoops. I'm gonna go back and pay the Thieves Guild to reduce my fine, because I don't want to reload, like... I apparently last saved, like, 40 minutes ago. What the fuck? I don't know why I would do that. Did I really just not save? Yay, for some brandy. Okay, let's just do that quick then. Am I like stuck in the ceiling or something? Hello? I can still move. That was funny. Weird.
good to see you again, friend.
Please go ahead, speak.
Yeah, let's go to Vardenfell, and then there should be someone in like the Thieves Guild. I guess I could just recall. While I'm here, sure, drop off the Blessed Sphere. I feel like I probably don't need that. Okay.
May you find
Corner Club. Hello. 3 gold. There we go. Cool. I guess if you go to jail, you can probably get your stuff back for the evidence chest. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's not that big of a deal to get all of your stolen
Well,
goods
it's
taken. You can just get them back. But it's still a whole bother. Like, I feel like this was... That's pretty fast to do that. And she was... Oh, I always forget. I think on the other side. No, maybe not. Here?
I'm all yours. Please join me. Please join me.
This
There
is
she is.
fortunate. How do you do, Breton?
Okay. There we go. So clean.
I'm listening. The king's health to you, Sarah.
This is Rano's handwriting of the note we found. He notes the watches when Draylin, Aaron, and Rano are the only guards on the throne. I believe I'll change the watch schedules to prevent that. And I'll need to keep a close eye on all three. Very shrewd work, Lucian. You brought me clear evidence of disloyalty among the guards. Now I need your help finding evidence of conspiracy among the Hlaalu nobles. The old King Hlaalu supporters haven't accepted King Helseth's ascension to the throne with good grace. Maybe they think that another candidate, a Hlaalu candidate, for example, would be better. Maybe they have some plans to express such a preference. If so, I doubt they'd be candid about it. Maybe we should search Lethan Manor for documents, diaries, or tangible evidence of such plans. That is a matter for you to study. Only the widow of the dead king, Ravani Lethan, lives at Lethan Manor now. There might be guards. Perhaps you'd go offer your condolences to the widow and have a look around. I doubt somebody of your temperament would find the duty interesting. Okay. Evidence of conspiracy. Sure, I suppose.
Justice.
Again, I think it's really bizarre that the game seems to be forcing you into siding with both sides, kind of. But, like, I don't know how to progress things further without just doing these quests, I guess. So the Lethan Manor. Wasn't the Velis Manor again? Oh, this was like the crazy wizard, right? I think so. Yeah, definitely. I wish I'd...
Justice.
They murdered him. Helseth and spiders. Everyone knows, and no one lifts a finger. Imperial justice. Ha! I spit on imperial justice. They killed my husband, and now that wicked man is king. I curse Helseth and all his kin. May they die tomorrow, weeping, watching their children die. Vow to avenge King Lethan's death. There we go. That's what I'd like to do. Bless you. May fortune smile on your blade. There are those among my husband's friends who will not rest until justice is done. I shall mention your name to them.
We must endure our sorrows.
Could that be... Okay, just to see. I mean, my journal didn't update, but apparently my name was mentioned.
Justice.
Maybe now that my name has been mentioned, I could go to these folks
Talk to
and
the
help them
boss.
out.
We just work here. We
Not yet, I guess. Maybe I'm just pretending to work, but I feel like even if I'm pretending to work for King Helseth, I'm like giving him tons and tons of valuable information. And, you know, I've been providing spies and like compromising the safety of his servants or of those working against him. I don't know. feels a little sketch. To my honorable cousin, Forvin Barano, this delivered in haste. Forvin, I cannot agree. I am a merchant and have no skill at arms. You are a noble and in your prime, were proven on practice and tournament grounds, so in truth you have never fought a duel and have few gifts as a liar. No one can doubt Hlogger and Bloody's aptitude and enthusiasm for man, but he is not a subtle man, more suited for a brawl or battlefield than assassin's role. And we cannot trust the Dark Brotherhood. Helseth owns them. They promise discretion, but their promises are worthless. I'm afraid we must approach the Morag Ta'an. Ooh. I agree with you, they'll probably refuse, but at least they can be trusted to be discreet. If in the end we are forced to choose among ourselves, I fear it must be you. And we will have to rack our brains for some plausible pretext that will get you into Helseth's presence. I'm disappointed, though not surprised, at the lack of public outcry over Ethan's murder. The popular sentiment seems to avoid personal risk and accept Helseth. It's short-sighted, but understandable. I have noted, however, that the writer of the Common Tongue is sympathetic to our cause, clever and eloquent, able to sway opinion. So who? Forvin Barano. Battle Allen. It's like a picture.
If a few words can help, I'd be happy to talk. What's he doing here?
Yeah.
Morrowind, city of light, city of magic.
Nothing in there. I just don't. This is so annoying. I don't want to report the conspiracy. Let me just look for some of these people. What are the names of these folks? Forvin Barano, Bedell Allen. Huh. What were these folks' names? No, not them. They're just criminals, I think. And what were the writers of the Common Tongue? I think they were talking about the authors of the Common Tongue as being sympathetic. They weren't. Oh yeah, this guy just is shirtless, right? His bit, yeah, didn't get his clothes taken by a witch. That's so funny.
I'm listening.
Is there anyone in here who wanted to chat? don't think so.
Good to see you again, friend. I was just doing a little writing.
You're imagining things.
Yes, honored guest.
Justice never sleeps.
It's one of the guards. What are these names?
The king's health to you, Sarah. The king's health to you, Sarah.
This letter you found is very interesting. Forbin Barano, Logger the Bully, and Bedel Allen are obviously conspiring to assassinate King Helseth. This is treason, punishable by death. I'll immediately draw writs for their execution. It's the king a great service if you execute these traitors. I suppose. Oh, I remember him. He was in the sewers, yeah. Why do I have to do this? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
Okay, I'm listening.
The Nord, a big meat one. Not allowed to obtain it, I think. Is anyone who was living down the west sewers? Do I look like somebody who knows the sewers? I don't know. It's a great and gods usually down the sewers residential area. I suppose that's my official title. It means little to me. I've been a queen twice over now. I have no wish to be involved in any of the intrigue.
Approach and be recognized, my good man. It is a hard...
I suppose I should kill him? I don't know. Is there any other quest I have here? This for later, this for later. Do I remember war bots? Otherwise, no.
Justice never sleeps.
Feels kind of impossible to roleplay as not liking the Imperials.
The Nine and the Empire, citizen.
Fitinius.
Good to see you again, friend.
Oh well, I'll just kill him, I suppose. Forvin Barano. So I think I can just kill him straight up and present the writ.
Well,
So it's legal.
it's the...
Justice.
Let me just chat with the Hand of Amalexia first, briefly here.
From what I hear, there's trouble at the palace.
I clean this temple, Sarah.
There is. I'm unfortunately putting a stop to it. Who are you? Oh.
Really? Say your piece, churl, and be done.
Ah, okay, good, okay. Hell yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. This is obviously some mistake. Oh gods, thank you. Blessings of the Nine and Omsibian, everything, anything else that you like. Okay, here we go. We're back on track. Thank you. I'm with the game. Thank gods I have a mark set. I'll be gone instantly, and I assure you I will never betray your mercy. Hell yeah. Okay. Fuck King Helseth. I'll never forgive him for breaking through my sanctuary. Okay, back on track. So I gotta warn them now. Because I think maybe even the Hand of Amlexia asked me to get close to King Helseth. So I'm just being a double agent, basically. I have to do some actual work for him.
Well, I find myself in pleasant company.
To get close. Too bad I had to compromise those guards, though. So you're the bookseller, right?
It's not hard to look at.
Ah, here, Battle Allen. Oh dear, I knew this was happening. Please have mercy on me. You have shown yourself an honorable Breton. I thank you. I'll absent myself from Morrowind immediately. I would die before I betray your generosity to me. And now, if you'll excuse me, I believe in almost immediate intervention to deliver me swiftly out of peril. Hell yeah. While I'm here, I'm just going to check on this guy who was love-struck, right? Lucian, thank you for introducing me to Marina Gilneth. Lucian, I don't know what to say. Marina is just what I needed in my life, but without your help I might have been too blind to see it. Thank you so much. I know it's wrong to offer you something as if in payment, but I want you to take this. It's a sort of valuable, I guess, except that no one has ever wanted it. Well, just take it and think of me. Or something. I don't know. I'm not very good at the sentimental stuff. The bipolar blade. Oh god, that's kind of funny. I guess maybe he has bipolar. Like he was super down and now he's a little manic. It's high time I get into the rest of my life, and Marina's the perfect woman to do it with. Thank you. Yes, well, I guess I have to rethink my opinion on a lot of things, do I? Yay, okay, I'm glad. He seemed like he deserves the best. He's a chill fellow, it seems like. Hell yeah, what does the bipolar blade do? Ah, it frenzies and calms a humanoid at once. How does it even work? Look at it, dude. What the hell? That's actually really cool looking. The bipolar blade. I might try it out. How's it compare? I mean, it's better, actually. Well, has a lower minimum, but it has the possibility to do more damage. I don't really know what Frenzy or Calm Humanoid do. I will try it out though on an enemy. The bipolar blade. Hell yeah, okay. Well, that kind of paid off. Was it the residential sewers, I think, in God's Reach? Pretty sure. It was that dude, I remember him. Yeah, that bloody guy.
I trust you speak in confidence, Sarah.
Do you know about... God's Reach, yeah. Then sewers. The stars. Oh, I wish I could. I used to live outside of the city, and there were so many stars. It was so nice. Sometimes I just want to like lay on the grass and stare at the sky. Damn, pretty good actually. I think it's a little faster than the Daedric Crescent too. Damn. Okay. West sewers. So he's somewhere in here. I don't remember where exactly. He is somewhere in here, I think. Oh, here he is.
That's how
Logger
I like
the
it.
Bloody.
Bold and direct. Come, I like you.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do about it? I don't get it. Don't you want to fight? Oh, wait. I see. You are a good guy. Sure. I understand. Now I know how to get lost. Fast, right? Okay, time to do that old recall amulet. So long, pal, and thanks. Hell yeah. Oh, they all escaped. I'm sorry, I couldn't do my job. What a shame. Or just, could I have gotten to the palace sewers? Palace sewers, yeah. Why don't we just go that way? Then to palace basement. Still a lot of goblins down there.
Justice never sleeps.
Okay. Have you heard? The city is under attack. Enchanted machines have burst into enchanted machines. Ooh, have burst into Plaza Brindisi-Durham and are killing everyone. They need your help.
The
Go.
Nine and the Empire.
Oh shit. Enchanted machines. Whose machines? I'm just thinking of that, like the Dwemer bot guy, but he never got his scrap metal.
Good to see you again.
Maybe somehow the power of the ring. Oh shit. Yeah, look at these things. What the hell are they? Yeah, how does so that does that much damage? How about the bipolar blade? Let's try it out. It definitely is better, I think. Hulking Fabricant. Ooh, what the hell? What is this? Venomous Fabricant. They're crazy looking. They're kind of like hybrid almost. They're like biological dino machines. Kind of freaky looking. Yeah, where do these come from? The plaza is in ruins.
I'm listening, try me.
The attack must be reported. We'll stay in guard against further attacks. Go tell Deletion. Run. What the heck? No, the statue. Damn, that was a piece of history. That's a shame. Huh. What does you have to say about this?
Strange creatures in the city. Have you alerted the Royal Guard?
I always forget the way. Here we go. I've heard about the attack on the city, and I've dispatched guards to take care of it. Thank you for your report. You can help in another way. I'd like you to investigate the disturbance. Obviously, we can't allow these attacks to continue, but we need to know more about the source. It seems the attacks originated from some Dwemer ruins buried deep, deep beneath Morrowind. The memorial statue has been destroyed, and we've cleared a passage below. My reports tell me that the creatures that attacked were at least partially mechanical, yet partially weird. So perhaps they were of Dwemer origin. I want you to explore these ruins, find out where these creatures came from, and report back to me. They have escaped? All three? There must be a leak here at the palace. Well, you've done the best you could. You can have my thanks. I'll tell you King Elseth you tried. Now I'd like your help finding the anonymous writer of the Common Tongue. I found him already. We'd like to find the anonymous writer and persuade him to stop printing such lies about King Elseth. When we make official inquiries, people just look stupid and assure us they have no idea what we're talking about. We think you may have a better luck, particularly if you approach less reputable citizens, persons who place profit above honor. Lies. He is a poisoner, yes? I take your point. King Elseth is a skilled alchemist and a student of bodily processes, but it won't do well to have people referring to our sovereign as a common poisoner, will it? Fine. First, we want you to ask around and discover who's writing these lies. Then we want you to find him and persuade him to stop printing them. The matter of persuasion is left to discretion. You will be discreet, of course. We don't want to appear to be threatening the time-honored imperial traditions of encouraging free speech. Good. Report back to me if you found this anonymous writer. Make sure that you will never print lies about King Elseth again. Well, okay, now I have another quest to do, though, at least. To investigate the disturbance. Yeah, the Dwemer City. Interesting. Could be still the Sill. It's Clockwork City. That would be very cool to meet South Sill. It'd be really cool, actually. I feel like he's so interesting. Let's check out the anonymous writer first before I go down. Just to see. I feel like I might just stop doing the quests for him now that I have something else to do, but I want to just check it out. If maybe I could help him somehow.
Talk to the boss. We print the truth, the straight truth.
You will stop printing lies. No. Congratulations, you proved an original and entertaining excuse. Oh well, since our offices are no longer secret, we will have to relocate immediately. Well.
Talk to the boss. We just work here.
Oh well, okay. I guess he relocated. Which feels like kind of at least, slowing down their work, but oh well, I wish I could warn them again that they're being looked for or help them out. But okay, let's go down here. Aha. I was kind of, when I was here earlier, I had the thought that, oh, maybe you could go down beneath the statue, and oh yeah, sure enough. You can. The Bombs Amshen Hearthfire Hall. Ooh, exciting. There she is, Lexia. Give me more of those traps. An arm of Dagon. Ah! Oops. Oh god. There we go. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, wow. Wow, that's enormous. It's really cool, actually. Whoa, these big rooms are so cool. It's just shocking to see a big room in Morrowind. Wow, ancient place. Take the bipolar blade. These are kind of different robots. Centurion Archer. So scrap metal. I'm trying to collect the scrap metal, right? It seems like they've been fighting, so maybe they aren't Dwarven. They're like something else. Fabricants. I don't know. I mean, I guess what makes me think Sotha Sil is that I think of Sotha Sil as being one who, like, the only one besides the Dwemer who really like is really good at machines. He was obsessed with the clockwork and stuff. What are these? Who are these people on the paintings? This must be a Dwemer ruin? Like, that kind of looks like Dwemer armor. Could that be like a Dwemer scholar? She looks more Nordic though, almost. I guess maybe the Nords and the Dwemer did work together. I don't know. She doesn't look super Dwemer though. Or Dwarven, I mean. I don't really know what I'm looking at there. Like a robe, sort of. Whoa, what the hell? Some sort of serpent? Dragon? That looks like one of those insects. Like the insect machines maybe they were working on. Or this is still part of Old Mournhold. That's possible too. Be a warrior. Something. And that looks like some other machine or I don't know. Cool mural stuff. Sick, okay. Let's make a big save here. While we're at it. Okay, for now I will switch. We'll switch to the bipolar blade. That guy gave you such a good weapon. Just for... I mean, I guess that's a pretty good reward, finding the love of your life. So we have the Passage of Whispers. Okay. I like these kind of bluish purple gemstones that are what's the word for that? Or the Hall of Winds. Not engraved, like that are what do you call it? What's the word for when a gem is attached to something? It's kind of late, so I'm a little tired. Like it's set, I guess, yeah. The inlaid, that's what I'm looking for. Gems are inlaid in these pillars. So I guess we'll check out the Passage of Whispers first, maybe? Before the Hall of Winds. Hall of Whales. Okay, quite a few different passageways here. Let's go right first. These are really interesting. They're different Dormer ruins from the base game, which is kind of cool. And this is the overhead chop is the best, right? Yeah. They invented ceiling fans. Very cool. Love a good ceiling fan. How much metal do we have? So we need 10, right? I have 6. Yeah, they're a little stronger than most of them. Advanced steam contraption. Or Centurion. Still got these lathes. Whatever the hell they are, generators. Seemingly nothing going on there. Is this place called the Hall of Whispers or something? Ooh. Glimmer key. Hash pile. Interesting. Roddock's Forge. Well, whatever, I'm down here. I'll go back later. I don't know if this is gonna always go down. We'll see. I will go back. Explore the other areas. Eventually. I'm almost reminded of, like, I don't know, maybe it's the graphics and the fan. I think it's the ceiling fans, but it reminds me of like playing Half-Life 1. Just that kind of old Valve game graphical style. Lots of pipes and fans and I don't know, at this speed the movement's kinda like Half-Life 1 a bit too. That game has a really good remake too, that I think is fan-made, but it's like an official game. Oh, look at that. This is a full, like this was in Kagranuk's workshop in the Red Mountain, but in pieces. So they were fully building it here. Cool. Heck yeah. Okay, one more scrap metal and we're good. Spoiled Dwemer oil. Huh. But damn, look at that. How's it going? I chose death. Thank you. I'm glad the shitty mic quality adds to the experience. Yeah, it's just my computer microphone. Like I don't even have a mic. Sometime I will probably get one. I probably should, honestly, but oh well, it's okay. Yeah, it adds to, for now, it's okay. It adds to the old school experience. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. So this is his forge. He was so close. Just one more arm. It'd be epic if you could drive this thing. But also, like, how are you gonna get it out? Like, I see you build it, sure, but then you're just gonna have to break down all the walls. I like the horns that it has too. These old Dwemer books. Manual on the fabrication of metals, eh? Machine of power consumption. Actually, I've seen these before. They were in one of the mods, The Lord of Rebirth. I thought they were modded books, but I guess they aren't. Huh, cool. That's a neat room. Okay. Let's keep going. Yeah, Marwyn definitely throws you out there and says good luck, that's for sure. And I've heard kind of similar things about Crimson Desert. I've heard it's pretty good, actually. It's one I'll probably play sometime, but not anytime soon. I'll probably wait a while to play it. I just have so many other games I want to play first, but it's kind of similar that way, right? Where it's just like huge open world and tons of crazy systems, and it's just like go for it, you know, go explore and get lost and everything. Though I imagine playing Morrowind after that would be kind of like a bit of whiplash, just considering how much older it is. Oh, for better. I think I love that shit, man. There's a lot of modern games that do that too, but I think they're maybe, I don't know, maybe not in the same genres, and a lot of them are like smaller. Like there's some really good indie games that just are like figure it out, man, you know. I think it's so much more interesting than like map markers and yeah. Yeah, and like with all the quests, it doesn't like tell you where to go. You just have to find it. This is kind of interesting. Collapsed rocks. Could I blow them up somehow? Like that feel. Why would they put that there as like a? Well, maybe something that later on in the playthrough, um, or like later on as they'll move as like stuff happens in the quests. Yeah, that's what I felt too. Like I find older, like I think the graphics in this game are really cool looking. I don't know, I've never been one to equate graphical fidelity with being like better, you know, if it's more realistic looking. I think that's kind of, I'd almost rather have a really cool like original art style or just a lot of creativity than a super realistic world. I don't know. I mean, sometimes the realism can be cool. You know, like Red Dead Redemption 2 is a really beautiful game that's realistic, but Dwemer's Satchel Pack. Could that be like explosives? Maybe I could place the satchel on the collapsed rocks and blow it up. I've never seen a satchel pack before, so that would be my guess. I know there are quite a few other paths to go. Play Kingsfield. I would like to, honestly, sometime. I love Kingsfield likes. I've played, I don't know if you've heard of the game Lunacid. That's a modern game that's inspired by Kingsfield. It's so good. It's really cool. It just has such a compelling, I don't know, it's such amazing atmosphere. Like the style and ah, look at that. Oh god, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Run. Run. Yeah, Lunacid. 100% would recommend it. There's also a game that's coming out called Queen's Domain. It's not out yet. It looks incredible. And it's like Kingsfield, Queen's Domain. I mean, you can kind of you might be able to see the similarity there. But it's on my list. I mean, I'm a huge Dark Souls fan and stuff too, so I think it would be also cool to see like what From Software was doing back then. I listen to the soundtrack from Kingsfield 4 like all the time. Because a couple of those tracks are just they're really nice sounding. Yeah. I really do have to check out more old games, like, 'cause especially after Morrowind, I feel like I never really played that many old games, but I've loved this so much that I would definitely. I think there's a lot more back, like from a long time ago, that I should check out, that I just have kind of overlooked simply because it's old, I guess. Yeah, RDR2 is your favorite game ever. That's a pretty good choice. My favorite part of RDR2 was just wandering around the world. You'd stumble across all those, I don't know, just like random, interesting events. Like, there's just so many unique little stories that were just you could find around, and secrets. It was really cool. I haven't seen those videos. That sounds painful. Reminds me of when I first played Skyrim. I played it when I was like 12 or 13 or something, and I played it at like 20 FPS because, I mean, not 1 FPS, but I played it at 20 FPS because I had a shitty computer. But I didn't care because it was like so cool to me. So I still played it for like 200 hours or whatever. Yeah, the missions were really restrictive. I do remember that. It was like you had to do it the one way or your mission would be failed. Like I think if they went a little more in the immersive sim direction where there'd be like, yeah, multiple paths to completing your mission, that would be the next step for that style of game. God, day one on PS3, I can't imagine. I know my friend played Skyrim. I guess when I first saw Skyrim, it was at my friend's house because he had it on his PS3. Blew my fucking mind. But yeah, I imagine day one, it was pretty rough. I know I can go back down to that collapsed tunnel, but I want to finish checking this out first. Because that felt like, I don't know, the way onward. Dragons flying backwards. uh, well, it's Bethesda. Yeah, they got the airship plans. Combustibles and fire safety. Well, that's good. The Dwemer valued fire safety. What is this? Small and just a small chest. Okay. Yeah, Bethesda has so many bugs, but like it's kind of, some of them are really funny. So like there's obviously some really annoying game, like I had a couple of really bad game breaking bugs when I used to play Skyrim, but some of them are funny like that. Dragons flying backwards. Yeah, I imagine. I played with like the modded patch, um, so I feel like I've had a pretty smooth experience. I've had a couple. I had some bugs at the end of the main quest, like some stuff with the Heart of Lorkhan and Dagothar, and door's not opening. That was a little bit annoying, but it was still really cool to finish it. No, I haven't played Starfield. I don't know if I'm gonna. I feel like there's other, I don't know. Maybe someday, but like there's so many awesome games out there. I don't know. Starfield just doesn't sound that interesting from what I've read about it. Like part of me's intrigued just to see it, you know, even though it's like pretty panned and people generally seem to not like it. Like I'm pretty open-minded and I feel like I could find enjoyment out of it. It'd be interesting to see what Bethesda's doing. But I don't know. It just doesn't sound interesting. Yeah, I think I did also let the anti-hype get to me, but also at the same time, I just think like there's so many games I like am actually hyped about and I want to play. And I'm a Bethesda, but like I wouldn't say these games are my favorite types of games. Um, they're one of my. I really do love them. And I think this game I've especially enjoyed a lot because I really enjoy like kind of puzzles and deep exploration. And Morrowind is a lot more like that, especially with the crazy lore and shit. But yeah, like the long, loading screens, right? And just the fact that like you can't fly around space and land on planets. I think it's also just a shame. Like it could have been so cool. I swear, if they had literally just done, um, if in Starfield instead of doing 1,000 planets, they'd done 10 planets and made it like made them small planets. You know, not the size of actual planets, but made them fully explorable. That would have been so fucking cool. I would have played the shit out of that. You know. And make it this kind of like crazy. I mean, I don't know if you've ever played the game Outer Wilds, but kind of like a small solar system like that. You fly around and you're completely unrestricted and you just explore and get lost in this solar system with all sorts of mysteries and intrigue going on. That would have been so cool. But instead they're like, no, we gotta make 1,000 planets and make them all boring as fuck. I don't know. I mean, maybe some of it's fun. I think it's just a different type of game. So maybe if you go at it with an attitude of like I'm playing just a very different type of game than what you expect from Bethesda, maybe you'd enjoy it more. I don't know. I've always been like a quality over quantity. I mean, I feel like most people are. Quality over quantity is far better than 10,000 planets, I'd say. Sure, take more bombs, why not? It's kind of interesting to see these Dwemer satchel packs. It's a new mechanic, like placing bombs down to destroy terrain. Interesting. Yeah, I never played Fallout 3 actually. New Vegas, I really love New Vegas. I think New Vegas I might even like more than Morrowind, maybe. I don't know. They're very different. I think they're very different, but New Vegas is such a good story and like cool factions. But I don't know. I don't really like comparing them because I think they're so different. It's hard to compare. Like the things I like about Morrowind are like not in New Vegas really as much. Yeah, like they're very different experiences. I don't know. I shouldn't even try to compare them. And I think in many ways I've enjoyed Morrowind in amazing ways that I New Vegas never really had. But they're both great games. Yeah, for sure. What I think is great about both of them is that both of them have these unique worlds with like interesting, deep factions and political parties that like kind of make sense and also are explored in like a non-surface level way. Yeah, I mean, I think like yeah, they don't have the same writers or the same people in charge, and they're marketing for broader audiences now, so they're not going to include as much of the weird out there content really that you see in some of the early games, like Morrowind especially, which I think is a shame. But also I just feel like people nowadays like there are other companies who kind of do what Bethesda does, but better than Bethesda has been doing it lately, or do like kind of close to what they not exactly what they do, but similar. Yeah, I know they gotta hire back some crazy creative lore nerds because the lore is so cool. That's probably my favorite part of Morrowind actually. Well, but that and the exploration, like the more puzzly exploration nature of it, is that the lore is so deep and interesting, and crazy. Like it's I don't know. It's been so much fun seeing this unique world. Okay, I what I want to do when I finish the game, I want to watch a video on the lore because I haven't been spoiled on it, so I have all these like speculations about the lore. And I'm gonna make one final like big lore speculation once I read all 36 sermons in a row. I found all but 2 of them, so getting there. Oh god, blowing up a satchel charge. But then I was thinking I would watch one. Maybe I'll even watch it on stream or something. So I think that's kind of fun to see what's actually going on and how your own theories compare to like. Yeah, but I think that's kind of the interesting charm of it. Like the part of what I mean, there's obviously not a single truth. It's like there are different interpretations and different theories on what's happening versus this is the one singular way. Um, which is, I think, a really interesting, realistic way to do lore, you know. But also, yeah, I'm sure there's, stuff that gets contradicted in a more like way that feels like, yeah, they've been developing the game for 30 years and managed to contradict lore. But I don't know, a few things would be interesting to. Yeah, I'll have to remember that YouTube channel. I will look it up definitely. Okay, so we can go to Norenander, no, Norenander, the King's Walk, and whatever's over here. Which doesn't seem to be a whole lot. Ooh, what's that? Warhammer? Okay. Really? One of the main writers died? Who was it? I mean, I guess I'm not surprised since it has been around for a long time. I think of the main writers as being Michael Kirkbride, and then someone else was telling me about Tim Henderson or something. I don't remember his name. Who's apparently he's alive. He's apparently developing like another game, and they were like kind of some of the early creative writers. Yeah, right. 30 years is a long time. Crazy. Also, the fact that like I don't know, I was like 12 or 13 when Skyrim came out, and that was a long time ago. Makes me I'm not that old, but it's still just like, what? Time is passing. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Time does pass. Oh, 28. Well, I'm 24, so I don't know. I feel like still pretty young. Also, it's kind of fun being old in some ways. But yeah, adequately blown, definitely, yeah. Right. Oh, I feel like I'm getting lost now. There's that other path I want to take. I'll go a little further here. I like these fans, they're so neat. Dude, I bet. I mean, this is like the first real open world game, right? I can't think of like an open world game before Morrowind, really. In the sense that we think of it as. Like Daggerfall, yes, but... Oh, Skyrim, you mean? Yeah. Yeah, Skyrim was a culture event. Oh my god, yeah. It was such a heated, big deal. Everyone was talking about it. Yeah, I mean, you can tell it was built by nerds. But I think when it came out, it was still pretty I think it was still very popular, just considering how, like, I think the graphics were advanced for the time. Like, there were other... someone mentioned the physics engine was fancy, too. And just the fact that it was this huge, immersive open world you could get lost in. But I mean, the game feels like it was made by mega nerds in the best of ways. Let's check out this dark hole first. I can leave, right? Yeah. Before we get too deep in the sauce. Yeah, I tried to play this game quite a few years ago. Whoa, look at this, a Daedric Ruin. Oh, interesting. This is not what I expected. But I tried to play this game years ago, and I bounced off it pretty quick. I played for like 10 minutes, and I was like, I move so slowly. But my friend finally convinced me to give it a shot. Whoa, the grand stair? Now I'm thinking maybe I should have gone the other way. Yeah, right. The teeth that gnash. Yeesh. Okay. Take the bipolar blade. It's really fucking good. Yes. The power of bipolar. Oh my god, you deleted his save file. I'm not surprised he fucking tried to. Yeah, he's pissed. Yeah, that shit happened. Kids were crazy. I had that, so, like, there was, like, I used to play Minecraft, and I remember, like, I gave my phone to one of my friends for, like, at lunch. This was in middle school, and he decided to burn down this, like, giant wool structure I had made. And it was, like, it was a huge thing that took me hours and hours. He just burned it down. I was so mad. That's the kind of stupid shit kids be doing. Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah. It takes the beginning of the game, especially, is quite a bit grueling. But in kind of a rewarding way. The progress at the beginning of the game feels the best, too. At a certain point, I mean, I've played this as, maybe I've played that my playthrough is a little too long. Like, I've played one character for 200 hours. Like, I think at a certain point, you get a little, like, oh, I'm not supposed to be up here. You get pretty powerful to the point where you know, not too much is going to be really challenging, but it's still really cool to like and enjoyable to explore. But I feel like, you know, it's also a very breakable game. Yeah, you do become a god, go so fast, and you know, once you figure out how the boots of blinding speed work and stuff. Yeah, there's so much you can do. It's crazy. I think, yeah, that's cool that the game lets you break it so much. If you know what you're doing, if you can figure it out. Yeah, Xbox loading times, now that could be recipe for pure misery. I do see what you mean by that. This is also a very interesting cavern. So, like, within these Daedric ruins, or within the Dwemer ruins, it's like this branching path of Daedric ruins. Also, what the heck? What's the point of this space? This is kind of uncanny. Just an empty cave. Why would they put this here? In a game. I thought this game, I was thinking this game, I would probably be like, sometimes just loading up the game could take a while, but in a game, I'll never forget the loading times on Bloodborne, which is probably like my second favorite game ever, or something like that. It's really fun. I love the game Bloodborne so much on the PS4 when I first played it. Because that was like the first Souls game I played, so it kind of just blew my... I don't know, just like changed what I thought games could do, and like I realized that, oh, combat can be like really, really interesting. And just the story and world of that game is so cool. But the loading times were terrible. I mean, they probably weren't, I don't know. I don't know if they were that bad, but they were very long. Okay, the Grand Stair. I mean, I'm sure I have had worse loading times because I used to play on like a really shitty computer. It's like Skyrim had bad loading times. Oh, really, Jedi Fallen Order on PS4, yeah. Yeah, I haven't played that one, but I've heard pretty good stuff about it. Yeah, PS4 can have some rough loading times sometimes. They did patch Bloodborne though, I remember, and it got much better. A little bit of optimization goes a long way. I never have played GTA actually. I've like only I guess I owned a PS4, but I haven't played that many games on it. Like I've basically only played PC games. Well, and not that GTA 5 isn't on PC. Which I guess is kind of bizarre, because yeah, GTA is quite classic. I don't know. It was just never... Like, I think there was a period where I wanted it, and then I probably couldn't, like, run it or something. Maybe I'd play it someday, I don't know. Maybe GTA 6 when that comes out. We'll see. Actually, that's not true. I played San Andreas on my phone. But I was kind of young, so I would just drive around and, like, I would see how high of a bounty I could get. And run from the cops and like tracked all the tanks and helicopters and stuff. That was really fun. Like I thought that's what the game was. I didn't even realize there was a story. It's kind of interesting. It looks like I thought it'd be maybe a gate, but it looks like one of the doors to the Daedric ruins. Like it fell down. Die. Okay. There's so many places to go because I could have. Yeah, okay. We'll stick with this for now. What was this called again? Like the Grand Stair? I believe. The Grand Stair. Yeah, oh, and I had such a blast. And my friends and I would take turns trying to survive as long as we could. Back then, it felt more punishing. At least the few times I tried to do the main quest, I could not figure it out. But I was just dumb, didn't know how games worked, you know. So I'm sure like now I'd find it probably really easy if I went back and played it. I don't know. I played a lot of like weird niche games, I guess. Like I don't play that many AAA games. Really. I do some. Like it depends. Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just play what I think is cool and good. Yeah, right. Huh. Interesting. I don't think it leads anywhere. Wait, was I able to put a charge on these rocks here? I don't think I was. I mean, I was. Yeah. Hmm. The Grand Stair. Where does the Grand Stair lead? Whose ruins are these even? This was an interesting, unexpected turn. Hmm. Well, it doesn't seem like there's anything else going on over here. Yeah. I'm kind of excited to like because I've been playing Morrowind for so long. I'm kind of excited to go play like a different type of game and be like, oh, you're confronted with all these like more modern like staples of most games that just aren't in this since it's so old. Okay, the teeth, the Nash. Ooh, wow, look at this place. This is a cool altar. Man, these big rooms are just cool. Like even okay, here's a good example of what I'm talking about. Like I've been so like, and I'm actually feeling this too. I'm not just like saying, "Oh, yay, it's a big room," but like because I played so much Morrowind, it's like it's really exciting to see these big rooms. Even though that in like a most modern games, like seeing a big room is still cool, but it's more normal. Whereas in Morrowind, because most of the rooms in like the base in the game are small, it's like getting in these big rooms feels awesome. Which is weird since, it's like you'd think that would be I don't know, like maybe objectively you could say it's bad that the base game doesn't have that many big rooms, or like it shows its age that they didn't decided not to do that, but because the rooms were small, now that I'm like seeing these big rooms, it's so cool. Also that, yeah, I think about that too. Like, yeah, your imagination can do so much. That's why I've never cared about graphics at all. Like, I'll play like a game that's ashy or whatever. I don't give a shit. It's all text. Um, yeah, exactly. And to me, a world like this stimulates my imagination way more than a world with better graphics because of like the creativity of the designs, like the lore that's happening. And how much reading you can do. Like the books in the game bring so much life to the world. And yeah, exactly. That's your imagination go crazy. In a way that sometimes like I think your imagination can be cooler than any graphics could ever really try to achieve. This is a neat spiral ruins. It's also interesting to see a different style of Daedric ruins, since most of them are often like the same general structure, but here's like you get some different. Like I've never seen one of these spiral ruins like this. Although I'm not sure if there's really anything up here. Ooh, I'm gonna run out of levitation. Anything else up here? Oh, look at that. Kind of looks like there is something up there. Ow. Ow. Time to sleep. Yeah, sound design. Oh, definitely. Sound design is so important. That can add so much. Yeah, which is exactly what I love. Crazy games that have wild ass lore. That kind of looks like a ledge here. That's why I'm heading up here. Nope. But it could have been. Oh, wait, but there's another ledge. No, 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 no. You never know. You never know. Probably not. But... yeah, I'm so not meant to be up here. Okay. Okay. Ow, crunch. Yeah, I find myself thinking about this world too a lot. Like, you can also see, it's also been cool to play this game because I know it's inspired so many other pieces of media or other games, so it's kind of interesting to see, like, such an early example of like, a really original world like this. That's clearly, like, inspired other works. So it's kind of interesting to play it for the historical value of it, too, almost. Sigil of Min Druer. Okay. So we're getting really deep into these Daedric ruins. Yeah, yeah, the Silk Striders are very great creatures. Oh boy. Oh, I should heal up. I'll just make a potion. And I think I can also see, like, I feel like some of the influences on this game, you know, you have like Dune or Nausicaa, or some of those like science fantasy works like that. Oh yeah, gotta drop something here. Let's drop that for now. Pick it back up. Yeah, I do. I kind of got back into reading sort of recently. Like I read a lot when I was younger, and then I kind of stopped. I've read a lot of manga, like tons and tons of manga, throughout all my life. But I got back into reading a ton recently. Like I just finished the Necronomicon, like the collected works of H.P. Lovecraft. Um, and that was really, really cool. That was such a fun read. Absolutely batshit writer. A lot of really creative stories. 2001. So I'm like 24. And the series I want to start next that I'm reading this small book called Invisible Cities right now, but it's pretty small. But the next series I want to start is Discworld. What about you? Do you have any favorite books? And yeah, I know it's like I feel like a lot of people. I do also read the books in Morrowind. Like it's one of my favorite parts of the game too. Stuff written in the 18. I haven't read stuff. I haven't read too much stuff written in the 1800s. I am interested in it though. Yeah. Right. That was kind of, but that was kind of how I felt reading Lovecraft, because his works are written from like the 1920s to the 40s. So there were, yeah, and there's so many words that were just like, I've never heard them. I had this whole like, I would look up every word I didn't know and add them to this Quizlet. It was kind of fun. So I was like, also learning new crazy words while reading it. Um, I have read The Hobbit actually. That's when I would like to reread it. That was when I used to read books a lot. Like I was a big reader when I was younger. Then I just like got to high school and stopped because I don't know, you know. Okay, so the Wailing Delve is up there, I suppose. Yeah, you can talk about The Hobbit. I do remember it. Like, I've also read the Lord of the Rings, which I think I need to read again because I like the Lord of the Rings. I remember not loving it, I think, because I thought a lot of it was quite slow. I think I would enjoy the slowness more now. Like there is, there's those couple of those chapters, like the bit with the Ents, where it's like the whole chapter on the Ent Moon. They're just, oh my god, it's just pages and pages of talking about like every single detail of the forest and the trees and the Ents. Which I think now I would love, but at the time I was like, oh my god. Or like the muster. There's this chapter called the Muster of the Rohirrim, where it's a whole chapter all about like the different um like the different clans of Rohan and how they're all being called to war. Um, and I was definitely too stupid and ignorant to understand that one. Or just to find it all interesting. I think now I would again, but at the time it was just like, oh my god, like this is so dull. But parts of it were also amazing, I don't know. You read it for the first time at 13. I should read it again. Yeah, I should read it again because I probably read it when I was about that age too. I feel like I remember really liking. Like I remember thinking it was one of the first books I read where I would conjure up these like I don't know really cool imagine like things in my mind. I kind of I remember specifically like discovering that, not necessarily with The Hobbit, but I have like a couple like vague half memories of these like cool like just imaginative visuals I came up with my mind for The Hobbit that stuck with me. Um, yeah, but he's an evocative writer, that's for sure. I really would like to read it again. Ooh, what's this? Look at that. It's such a maze, which I love. Where is this going? What? Yeah, yeah. You can tell he has that like English kind of charm to it too, you know? What is the okay? What is the point of this? I feel like this is like feels like a secret, but there's this whole upward tunnel you could fly up, and there's nothing there. What in the world? That's bizarre. It feels like you're not really meant to go there, because look, like, you're not meant to see this. But why would they create this? Is it, what's his name, Bomber or something like that, maybe? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he has so much charm. Yeah, definitely. I am boggled by that tunnel up there. Cool that it exists, I suppose. Yeah, I guess I'll go down. I mean, maybe this will lead back down to the other end. Like I was maybe meant to exit up here or something. I don't know. What was this place called? The Wailing Delve. Huh. Yeah, yeah. There is that certain, I don't know, British humor, British like I don't know how to describe it, like the quaintness of the Shire, that kind of thing, you know, like that sort of pleasant homeliness. And there's even aspects of that. Well, I mean, not British, I guess, but the in H.P. Lovecraft stories too, even though they're like horror stories, but they're these, you know, little glimpses sometimes of, ooh, look at that, Daedric armor. Um, but in that series, there are these glimpses of like the author's love for his kind of rural home in Providence, Rhode Island, and this sort of like quaint lifestyle that at least maybe I think of it as British just because it feels old timey to me. Like it's not around anymore, but those kinds of like nice country houses and barns and stuff. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it's like nostalgia. It's like the same way because I'm almost like nostalgic for all these different eras of times that I've never lived in. So I don't even know if you can call it nostalgia if you haven't lived in it, but it's like I have these like feelings of kind of like sentimentality towards, you know, maybe like the 80s or the 90s or the 60s or something like that or whatever. All these different times. So maybe yeah, it's just we see it as quaint, you know, whereas maybe at the time people didn't see. Yeah, that's really interesting. Oh, I want this, but it's so heavy. This feels like one of the rare Daedric items, though. Apparently, there's only one of each in the whole game. What do I drop? Yeah, no, say, yeah, yeah, go for it, yeah. I enjoy these sorts of discussions. I think they're interesting. Oh, I've got too much crap. Gotta get rid of something here. Well, do I need the Daedric Right Gauntlet? Since I have the Wraithguard, like, am I ever gonna use that? No. I feel like Wraithguard's just objectively a million times better. That's 15 pounds. This is 30 pounds, though. Fuck. Maybe all these Dwemer coins. Oh, I entirely agree with you. Entirely agree with you. I think I don't know. It's too big for me to stop and like. I think you can worry about it. Um, and I think it's good to worry about. I think I don't know. Not everyone, but there is kind of a push from like spending all your time on your phone and online, even as it gets probably worse and worse. But you know, I think there is a push against that. Uh, but yeah, I think it's not good. But at the same time, like I don't know. There's only a certain amount you as a singular person can do to fix the world. I don't know. And like I don't know, it's hard. It's hard. Because it's hard not to feel down about it or feel like this responsibility to Dwarven Numa Trap. Yeah. Yes, okay, you have a kid, yes, you feel that's what you probably feel like a strong responsibility towards like the future that your kid's gonna live in. Yeah, like I don't have it. Yeah, I guess I don't have that perspective, but I don't know. Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, it's something I try not to let like completely consider because I think you can't just doom about the future. Like that's not gonna result in anything helpful. But at the same time, it's good to be like aware of it and challenging it and like worrying about it in that sense. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's kind of sad. Like I feel like I had yeah, yeah. Yeah, like that's really sad. Like I remember when I was a kid, I would go outside I have all these great memories of like, sitting in trees and playing outside, and I'm glad that I got to do that, but I feel like that's just something that, I mean, kids still do that, but not at the same, I don't know. Like phones, I think, are just gotten so, just the digital, everything digital has gotten so like addicting and like constantly stimulating. I don't know. But also I think like there's always a lot of cool things on, I don't know. Like I think also like technology and what's done. Like I love video games, and I think that there's, different, there is a lot of good that's come from it. Like we have access to so much interesting information and all these cool things that we never would have also. I don't know. Moderation, I suppose. But yeah, no, that's definitely something I think about too. Especially like, yeah, now that I've kind of gotten, you become more aware of your habits as you become older, I think too. Yeah, like I think the internet's so great in many ways, but it's also terrible in so many other ways, and hacks our brains. What I really don't like is short form content. I think that's a big problem, considering how it's just like, I don't know, like Instagram Reels and TikTok and all that stuff. It's just like, I don't know. It's so personalized, so like hyper stimulating. Yeah, that's what that's what freaks me out the most. And AI is awful too, I think really generally. I mean, maybe not entirely, but it scares me at least. But I also think, I don't know, their problems are so big. Like you can only focus on, at a certain point, you can only focus on your own life and like your people around you, like your kid, or like your family, your friends. And I don't know, maybe it's good to help the world this way, do what you can, but you can only do so much, right? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't say I do like a lot either, I guess, in that sense. Um, yeah, it's hard to know what exactly to do. But besides, like, I don't know, just reach out to people, I guess, and, do things in real life too, not just in the digital world. Which, even though I do play, I play a lot of video games, but I also do other stuff. I try to, at least. Okay, so that was an interesting little secret area here. That was a that was a good deep conversation. I enjoyed that a lot. Um, Wait, what do you mean? Say that again. I'm confused. I was confused. I have no idea what to fucking do though. I'm just spitballing. I feel like I am the same as you in the sense that I feel like I see these issues, but like kind of decide to ignore them rather, I mean, not ignore. I don't know. I just decide. I decided not to let them like consume me. I still worry about them, but I just don't. I don't know. Maybe that's selfish, I guess. To a degree, it is maybe, but like I think, since we can only focus on what we can control, and like I've decided not to let the craziness of the world. And I think also since we are online a lot, like that we have access to all these a lot of information that's like so much information and all these dooming information that people spout at us, you know? So it's also like I don't know. That's an issue with I think modern media and the world too, is that we're in this constant state of being fed all the disasters in our like everywhere. And that all these terrible things are happening when it's like, well, there's also a lot of good things happening, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we are a bit boned, but we'll see. Yeah, right. Like, we have so much to worry about of our own life. I agree, I agree. But yeah, our lives are cake. Like, in comparison to some, like, so many people, it's like our lives are really, or at least I feel that my life, at least, is much easier than probably so many people, you know, which is, I don't know. I guess I'm feeling lucky and grateful that I've had the opportunities that I've had. Yeah, I don't know. It's also like you think about the world, and it's completely absurd. Right? Yeah, I know. In many ways, yeah, being born at this time, even with all the technology issues and these things, yeah, we're like, we're a lot so much better off than like if we were born in probably almost any other time. But yeah, it's like that. Yeah, I really do think the modern world's super absurd, and it's kind of a shame because like I feel like as humans we're capable of doing really great things. Probably like if we all decided to like help each other and not take advantage of each other. But we're kind of in this domineering hierarchical society, which I don't know how you can change this, but like we're in this domineering society where it's like you're incentivized to sort of become better than others, and you can make yourself better by putting others down. And that is often like an easy way to become better. So in that sense, but it's like, and that's like such a human thing to do. I don't know, to want to like be the best, but it's also kind of screwed up since like even though we're different, we're all kind of the same. We all kind of want the same things. And it's just like if we could just change our natures to be like cooperative and caring, and in this like the sense of providing everyone with the best they could do and like working to save the planet, and we could do awesome stuff like go to space and, you know, build beautiful buildings and stuff and produce art instead of like putting billions of dollars into war. Yeah, I mean, I think you got to look at what people are doing and what you believe is right or not, I guess, with that, and you know, like vote according to that. I think that's the best you can do in a democracy like this, or like we have, well, seemingly a democracy. Um, yeah, right. It's so dumb. I mean, that's just a natural tendency from like being ancient monkeys to combine into groups. Oh, for certainly. Yeah, yeah. No, I do think that America is a very good country. It's just also just like, I think it's a shame that things have gotten so stupid, you know? Like, I don't know. I just feel like people are dumb in America often, and especially in politics. It's like, why can't we just be sensible and, I don't know, work to actually do good things instead of focusing on like pointless issues and more war and shit. Just, I don't know. Making the rich people richer, but whatever. I could get into politics for a long time. Yeah, no, I do think that the American spirit is good, but it's just like, I don't know. It's a shame. Things that happen. But okay, okay. I'm back to Morrowind, back to Morrowind. That was a good. I'm not gonna get too deep into politics. But I do agree, America has immense beauty and such a rich culture. Um, I also love America, but I also like it has terrible problems and so many dark sides that are just like all these crawling things that are just kind of exist in the culture that are really unfortunate. But it's hard because it's like in our culture and it's in our perspectives. Since we grow up in these, you know, wherever we grow up, and then we have these perspectives. I feel like, you know, that just naturally create, or just you naturally have from like your upbringing and your surroundings. Um, and so I think it's hard to like, you know, like you wouldn't. It's hard to see outside of that, I think. But okay, okay, okay. Back to Morrowind. That was a very good discussion. I'm glad we got to. I do enjoy talking about things like that. It's very interesting. The Basilica of Divine Whispers. Seems to be a shrine to many Daedric gods. Maybe all of them, even. So here you have Sheogorath. Or Shigarath, as he's sometimes pronounced in Morrowind, at least. Azura. My patron. Speak to me, please. Maroon's Dagon. Hello, hello. That's Boethia up there. I also really like Boethia. And Malakath. Anything up here? And Molly Ball. So I guess it's the four corners of the House of Troubles and the three anticipations. There doesn't seem to be anything in here, though, as far as I can tell. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. Huh. Odd. Maybe I'll have to come back here later. This feels like a place to come back to later. Yeah, look with this throne and everything. I bet there'll be more here. Yeah, history's so interesting. Me too. I've been listening to these great history podcasts called Fall of Civilization. They kind of cover the rise and fall of all these ancient empires. Um, yeah, it's been so fun, so interesting to learn all that stuff. So, okay, that's where I came from. So I think now I want to go back to the Passage of the Walker, since there seemed to be nothing over here. This also was nothing. So was that. That interesting. All these paths were kind of didn't really lead to anything, but I guess maybe they'll be more important later. Well, yeah, because people are smart in different ways, and they like do different things than we do now, I guess. Like they're probably way smarter at certain things that we're completely ignorant of now. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess they'd maybe you could argue they're like ignorant in a modern sense, like they wouldn't understand how to operate in the modern world, but I don't know, it's history. Yeah, history's so amazing, huh? Whoa. Look at this place. Holy shit. Skybreak Gallery. This reminds me of the room in Skyrim where you pick up the Elder Scroll. In Mizulft. Oh, this is cool. What do they call this? Like a Heaven Gallery or something? This feels important. Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, I feel like I don't know that many people who like talk about being, smarter than historical people though. But like, I guess we probably have, well, maybe not all everywhere, but I say that in general, on average, as humans, we maybe have better education than most people in history did. So in that sense, you could maybe say that the average person could arguably be smarter than like the average person from 1,000 years ago. But that's also simply just because, um, Yeah, we have that 500-year head start. We have more technology, more knowledge. This water is very green. This seems like some sort of puzzle. So there's 3 levers and a button. A junction box. The lever cannot be used until the machine is powered on. Gotta power it on? Do I need an item to power it on? Like a... Okay, I've witnessed Dwemer constructs. So maybe I could report my findings. And then come back. I kind of want to activate this machine though. Maybe I need some sort of power source. Yeah, that would be pretty crazy. Power source, eh? I could go back, give the scrap metal to that fellow, report my findings. I wonder what would go in a junction box, though. Maybe like a coherer, a Dwemer coherer or something. Let's just try it. Let's try a Dwemer coherer just for fun. Here, I'm gonna put... We'll set this one down for now. I'm still over encumbered, yikes. I mean, the thing is, this is heavy armor. It's better, but... Yeah, it is heavy armor. Oh, I would say Red Dead Redemption... Well, yeah, it felt very realistic. Well, I mean... I don't know. To me, it felt realistic. I guess I'm not the most familiar with, like, the history of the time. But I thought it was a really good, like, simulation from that time. I don't know. That's quite immersive. No, not a Dwemer coherer. Yeah, I mean, it was really well done. It was a masterpiece. Yeah, I don't remember that specific. I mean, it's been a while since I played it, but yeah. Let me check with the forge again. Maybe there's something in the forge. And then this led to the ruins. I mean, unless there is a power source in the ruins. I think that's kind of a good thing to obsess over. Well, I mean, not always, but Jar of grease. Maybe that's what the machine needs. Grease. There's an idea. But I think it can be very fun to like get completely obsessed with something. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like bad at all, really. Oh, everything's so heavy. I guess I have all these potions. I probably don't need all of them. Like, yeah, I don't need this many restore health potions. Okay, so jar of grease. I don't know. I'll keep that just because I haven't seen that before. Maybe it's... Maybe I gotta grease up the machine and it'll turn on or something. Yeah, I feel like I also kind of obsess over things. Like I get really into what I'm doing. Usually Dwemer oil. I don't think that's what I want. Yeah, thanks for the conversation. It's very, very interesting. I'm just gonna play for a little long. I'm getting kind of sleepy. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty late, but we'll see, we'll see. Might even put on some music for a bit. Just hang out, listen to music, eat an apple or something like that. So if you, if you have any music recommendations, or if anyone in chat does, you can send them in and I'll play them later. Oh god. Die. Where are you coming from? Power seems to be on over here. I kind of bet I'll just have to turn in the quest. And they'll, like, give me an item that lets me activate it or something. Which feels less interesting than finding the pieces. I don't know. It would be neat to find the pieces, though. We'll see. Chop. Okay, this was the way back out. Do you need levitation to get? Nah, it's a parkour. Parkour. Okie doke. To the courtyard. Oh, I also gotta remember to do a raid. I always forget about doing a raid on my streams. But I want to start doing it because that's fun.
I was just doing a little writing.
Don't know anything about it. It's just one of life's little mysteries, I guess. Really, an anonymous writer, aren't you? Are you not the anonymous writer? Ooh, we didn't like that. Didn't like that. Does that mean that he's the anonymous? Well, he's the writer of the real Grand Saya, but is he the anonymous writer then of a different book or something? Not sure what that means.
Happy to help.
I'm listening. Justice never sleeps.
Okay, buddy. Oh, there is this him, King Helseth?
We are in your debt, Zara.
He's got that fancy haircut.
Long live the king.
I did. The Dwemer constructs of fighting these fabricants. The situation gets more and more disturbing to me. Your effort has been appreciated, though, Lucian. In fact, I believe the king himself would like to speak with you. There he is. It's you. You tried to assassinate me on my mountain. How dare you? Ah, so you're the one TNS has been calling about. Interesting. You have to forgive us for the slight inconvenience earlier. It appears you were given a bit of misinformation. The Queen Mother has spoken of you as well. The goddess lives in her temple here in Mournhold. She surrounds herself with her priests and guards and rarely ventures from her chapel anymore. If I were looking around for an anonymous writer, I'd like to talk with someone who deals in writing, books and scrolls, for example. Perhaps a person with a shady reputation, like a pawnbroker. Oh, and I'm looking for the anonymous writers, the common tongue, the uh, the pamphlet that's talking about everyone, how he's corrupt. Yeah, yeah. Yes, we have various sources throughout Vardenfell that are well paid to provide us information. Unfortunately, sometimes it proves to be incorrect. One of our informants has suggested that you can pose a threat to our monarchy. That cannot be allowed, as I'm sure you understand. It is never easy for one to assume the throne, especially after the unfortunate set of circumstances that led to our beloved King Lethan's death. Ah, yes, such unfortunate circumstances. There are those who would seek to profit from such events, to take the opportunity to create unrest among the people. There are those even who would wish to see us dead. Does this surprise you? Even now there are those that would see our head on a pike. What better way to achieve one's goal than to have others remove those that would oppose you? Surely you have some understanding of this. In fact, we recently have been told of a plot against the throne. I'm sure you've heard of the Morag Tong, the Dark Brotherhood. They have a purpose in Morrowind. Let's learn more about the plot against his royal person. Our royal, right? The royal we. Okay. Really uppity. I believe, however, you would be suitable for this matter. I wish you free to meet an informant of mine at a local corner club, the Winged Guard. You'll find in God's Reach. He's an orc and shouldn't be hard to pick out. Find him and ask him about his uncle's farm. I'll know what he means. Just ask him about it. Okay. We did all that we could for him. At the end, he seems to have lost his will to live. Okay. You know, of course, of Queen Brand's Eye. We returned to Mournhold together after the pleasantness in Wayrest. What happened in Wayrest exactly? An amazing woman, our mother, not one to be taken lightly. Not much happens in Mournhold that she is not aware of. She's a valuable asset to us all. One of the tribunal, and then I've seen the Tinkerer. The Tinkerer who was making, tinkering up some fabrications. What I understand. I distrust these man gods, especially ones I cannot find. Killed on a hunting trip. So I'm not supposed to go back down under there yet? Interesting. So they want me to find out more information about the plot. Aha, I can enter his chambers.
What do you want?
Carry on. I'm listening.
Saint Nerevar. I think I've read that before, if it's the same thing. Yeah, okay.
I can afford it, the cheap fetcher.
I kind of want to turn it invisible here, actually. Oh, I failed. Whoops. Okay, let's try this. I gotta look for those little pieces of junk, too. Really? It's nothing special in his room. Um, hmm. Okay. Just seeing if they have anything special to say. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, I'm just gonna go. I want to go talk to Alexi again, and then I'll probably call it for today because it's pretty late. But I'll put on some music though. But that'd be nice. Let's go to the temple. But hey, bunch of progress. That's a pretty cool dungeon beneath the plaza. What? No, I meant to give it to you guys. Oh, come on. Oh, I might have screwed up there. I should have reported it to them. I might just go back. I didn't really do anything, did I? All I did was blow up those things and find. Yeah. I'd rather if I didn't realize I could have reported it to the temple. I want to do that instead, because then they'll probably give me more quests. That was not made clear at all. I guess I'm assuming if I had talked to him, he would have told me to investigate the disturbance, but I just was doing the palace's quests first. That's confusing. Like, what triggered the disturbance? Seems like finishing maybe both of the quest lines for the palace and the temple, maybe? I don't know, but I'm gonna call it there. I really didn't do that much, I would say, so that's okay that I lost a bit of progress. Well, yeah, thanks all for watching. I'll stay for the little epilogue here. I'll put on some tunes. Probably gonna fall asleep pretty soon, so probably not for very long. That's okay. Let's see here. Get some music up. Hmm. I've been enjoying this album called Tranquilizer from Oniotrix Point Never. I have no idea, or maybe it's like One Tricks Point Never. I have no idea how to pronounce his name. But it's really lovely stuff. And yeah, feel free if you're watching in chat, you can send me recommendations. I'll put them on. I think it's really fun to listen to new music and discover stuff. Okay, I'll be right back. And orange. I saw the orange and it just was like, it was so beautiful. I had to take it. Oh, there's something about this album that's so atmospheric. Magical kind of. Oh, it's really cool. I've never seen this video that goes along with it either. It's like reminds me of well, a couple games. The one I think of first is like, what was it called? Like Pixel Powder Game Viewer. That's what it's called. It was like it was like powder physics, like this kind of, yeah, like you could burn them. It almost looks like it was made in Powder Game Viewer. Like you could plant trees, then burn the trees, and like the particles would all act like how they actually would. Then it also reminds me of Noita. It's a game that uses, it's like a full-on playable roguelike with a like a pixel-based physics engine like this. And apparently this whole album is made using samples, like it's just chopped up samples. Like these random tapes from the 80s or something. Or maybe the 90s, actually. Yeah, for whatever reason, this music kind of takes me, it reminds me back of like the feelings I had, the feelings that the some of the Studio Ghibli movies gave me. Like, if you ever seen the movie Castle in the Sky, like when they, I don't know, just that sense of like wondrous adventure, I guess, or rain or something like that. I don't know. It's hard to describe those kinds of feelings. Yeah, I think it's also really cool how like through all the kind of chopped up chaos, you get these like little glimpses of like melody that eke through. They kind of like, I don't know, it almost just feels like they have these like brief moments of clarity in the midst of the chaos. Really? You can buy art pieces like that. Interesting. Like art pieces that move in that sense? Moving sand art, huh? That's really cool. So how's it going, Derek? Welcome, welcome. Glad you got to catch the tail end of the stream here. Yeah, I'm curious. Oh, I'm not a robot. Will I succeed the CAPTCHA? Doing that CAPTCHA reminds me, there's apparently like this funny game online that's like a CAPTCHA challenge, where it's like these really complicated puzzle CAPTCHAs. That sounds kind of funny. I want to get a GIF. Oh yeah, look at that. Very cool. I feel like I have seen something like this before. Wow. Yeah, it's quite something. Kinetic sand, I used to play with that. uh, oh, that's cool. Like a sculpture that just constantly draws these like mandala patterns. Yeah, it's not. I don't even remember where I would have seen it, but it feels like I have seen something like that before. Oh, I did. There was there was like a hotel I was at that had a table. And the table had it was like a sand table, and it had some sort of bead that moved around and created little patterns. It's quite mesmerizing. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. Okay, couple more songs, and then going to bed. Time to deanimated catnip. That's not my joke. I've said that a few times now. I just thought it was such a funny joke. I stole it. How do you pronounce this guy's name? Oniotrix, Point Never. How to pronounce Oniotrix, Point Never. One Otrix, point. One Otrix. I mean, that makes sense. One Otrix, yeah.
Onotrix Point Never.
That's a bad website. Based off an old radio station called Magic 106.7. Oh, that's interesting. That makes sense. Cool. Completely up to you. I like that answer, honestly. Ooh, where are we at now? It's kind of freaky looking. Dark birthday candles. Yeah, right. Birthday cake or like doomsday rockets. Or like the fingers of some evil eldritch god. Looks cool though. Or it could be like towers, spires, coming from some event or structure. Yeah, bloody handprints. Yeah, right. Definitely could be. For some reason, this kind of looks like a face here, like very slightly, like a pufferfish. Oh, this is a good song. I know this part. Thank you. Yeah, you too, Derek. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a lovely day or night. Whatever time it is. Yeah, I'm just laying in my bed staring at the ceiling. Oh, so nice. Look at this. Okay, one more song. I think it's the last one. Which one is this? 1829. Oh, but the next three are so good. I want to do three more. We'll see, we'll see. If I might just fall asleep. Fear of symmetry. That's what this one's called. What could that mean? That's a cool color. Neon blue is a good neon. Sometimes I'm not big on neon colors, but I like neon blue. At least in this context. Like neon green, neon yellow, I don't know. I guess they have their moments. All colors do. Sometimes I don't love neon green. Maybe because that was like in high school, that was my class's color, was neon green. And we had to wear these neon green shirts all the time. And it was like I don't it was just it didn't look good. They were bad shirts. Uh, so maybe it's getting a bad rap just for that. Hey, what's up, Bubble Man? Welcome to the epilogue here, the very end. This is the game of. I have no idea. It's a Powder Game Viewer, totally. Ah, so I'm just listening to music. It's Tranquilizer. Good album. I'm about to head to bed, but a couple more songs. This is the game I'm thinking of, though, that reminds me of. I think this is what it was called. Yeah, this one. This, you could create these, like, habitats. You could, like, make it rain, plant trees, make it burn. It was a lot of fun. You could make, like, yeah, volcanoes and stuff. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. That part of the song always creeped me out a little bit. Yeah, yeah. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm really glad. I really appreciate everyone who watches. Yeah, I've been really enjoying streaming. It's quite a bit of fun. Oh, okay, this is the last song. This one's really nice, though. It's probably my favorite one on the album. Yeah, I'll see all of you next time. Yeah, probably back with some more Morrowind pretty soon. Yeah, I know I said it a lot, but again, I do very much appreciate everyone comes by. Yeah, hope you all have a great time.